Welcome back to Again, I am Sakura. We are live here at GAMA demos of the games, and our next game that we are going to be doing is called Komrades, or Frontline No Komrades. Now, I'm going to turn this over, and you're going to hear a little more about that game from one of the people on the team.
All right, hi, I'm Brian from Anvil 8 Games, and this is Frontline No Komrades. It's a fast-action screw your neighbor card game for 2 to 10 players. Basically, the premise of the game is that you are one of a number of conscripts getting marched off to the front by the evil commissar, and your job is to stay alive by making sure your comrades get the worst of whatever's thrown your way. It's a cheap and cheerful card game for 20 bucks, and we can teach you a little bit more about it right now if you're interested.
Awesome. Sounds great. We're going to go to a live demo here, and we are going to take a look at how this game works. He's got a little setup here. They're going to get everything kind of cleaned up here, and then we're going to see how the game plays.
Okay. So, as I mentioned, every round you're a bunch of conscripts getting marched off to the front. So you kind of pick your character, and you track your health this way. How's it going, JJ? Do you want to jump in, bud? Sure. All right. So you pick your character, and that's represented both by your health tracker here, as well as your character card in the line itself. Now, every round, something horrible is going to happen in the form of one of these incoming cards. So basically, you flip that up first, and that will tell you a number of things. You've got these symbols on the cards here. The first will tell you what kind of damage it's doing. There's linear, special, and splash. Linear will start from the target space and move down the line until it hits somebody. In this case, the cannonball will travel from the first space, so we put the target card in the first space. The first space is always closest to the incoming deck. The back space is always closest to the commissar at the very back, so anything that moves forward is going that way, anything that moves backward is going that way. But it'll start at the first space, which is the other symbol here that's telling you, and then it'll do 1 damage, plus 1 additional damage for every space it moves down the line. So that's how the cannonball will work. Special will have some directions underneath. The landmine, for example, goes into the open space in the line and does damage to whoever steps on it first. And splash damage, again, will tell you where the target space is, and then it'll do this number of damage to whomever's underneath the target, and then additional damage to whoever's on either side of that. So we flip over a incoming card. And now everybody has in their hands 3 types of cards. You have an equipment card, an action card, a maneuver card, or an event card here. Everyone, once the incoming card has been revealed, will place one of these 2 kinds of cards face down. The event card is kind of like is where the screwing of your neighbor happens most, I would say. It's basically where you can play this against one of your opponents at any point in a turn. You don't have to place it in a kind of specific order. You can play it right at the beginning of the turn. You can play it middle, end, at any moment. So you'll place one of these face down, and that is basically kind of what you're trying to accomplish that round. So dodge, for example, is a thing that will help you against linear damage, which is what we've got face up. You've got push. You can push one of your other comrades 1 space forward. You can trip someone moving 1 space backwards, for example. In this case, my character, Boris here, I think is going to want to play dodge because it's linear damage, so he's going to try and stay alive by doing that. So he places that card face down. Now, once every player has a card placed face down, once every player has a card placed face down, the person with the initiative card here will reveal their card first. For the sake of this, we'll say it's Boris. So Boris plays his dodge card and will not take a damage from a linear card in this round. Katrina would place her card.
We're like editing.
Kind of got ahead of the game. So.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear a lot of people.
Yeah,
So
he was
sorry.
explaining the game to us. He's going to give a quick run through to them, and we're going to watch the full demo there. So give us 1 moment, and we will be right back with the full demo of Frontline No Komrades. We are back with Frontline No Komrades. We are going to show you guys a little demo of the game. We did just have a little more instruction about when moving characters, if you want to run over that one more time.
Yeah, certainly. So movement's very simple, very uncomplicated. There's always 1 open space in the line. If Sergei, for example, was going to move backwards 1 space, he's moving towards that open space. So he pushes everybody between towards that space.
And then your new open space is that one where
and now
Sergey
this
was.
is the open space, right? If Sergey were going to move 2 backwards, it would still work one space at a time. So he would go 1, and now he's moving away from the open space, so he swaps locations with the character.
Interesting. Oh, right. Well,
So-
let's go ahead and reset where we were
Okay.
there, and then we're going to show off. We had last left off. Boris there had
Boris
just used the dodge card,
Yep.
and we're going to go around the line and see what these other face-down cards people want to use to screw their comrades. All right, so she's going to trip.
Katrina's tripped some, so she gets to move anyone that she wants, anyone else, 1 space forward. The commissar is always the back of the line. Sorry, yeah. So you could move, for example, Ivan forward here and swap like that. You could move
Swap it, okay.
Boris forward and swap with Ivan.
Let's swap Ivan and Sergey. That
Okay,
sounds fun.
good.
All right.
So Ivan is now underneath the target. So if this thing goes off, Ivan is taking a punch. Get out of there. Sergey is going to the rear. Okay, so he's going to jump all the way back to the very last space, push Katrina forward 1. Ivan, what have you got?
Oh, I think I misunderstood what I was doing here. So the backspace
It's
is all
best
the way
to
back
learn.
there?
Yep. This is always backwards. This is always forward.
So that being said, I have made a mistake, and I've put myself in the first space, which I
Move your
already am.
Comrade to the front.
So
Okay.
looks like I'm taking that damage here.
Tough luck, Ivan. Yeah. Okay. So that's that's what happened. In this case, you'll take 2 damage here.
Okay, and
yep.
we indicate that over here with this card.
Yep.
So I started at 6 life, or?
We're just starting at 6 for the demo. Yeah.
All right, so then I'm going to
Down
move
to
down.
4.
I'm down to 4.
All right.
Everybody sees how your life is tracked there. I am once again Ivan. I have a little special ability there. I can take and equip an equipment card that is being discarded for any reason. The equipment card returns to full durability. So we'll see if I can pull that off or if I'm going to keep making some mistakes right here.
All right. So Boris stands back up. That round is over. Everybody deals back up to 5 cards, no matter how many you play. You can play 2 in a round. And we will now flip over the next incoming card. In this case, it's the landmine. We knew that was coming. So landmine goes into the open space. The first person to touch that card for any reason will take 3 damage.
All right.
And it will be discarded.
Do people get to play cards at this point face down, or?
You can. So now we're thinking about the cards we want to play face down. Now remember, you can play an event card at any time. So you can play this right now or at whenever.
Oh, yep.
The landmine's down, and that forces us to flip another card. This is the mortar. It goes to the open space, which is here, so that's going to be the target this round. So initiative passes to you, Katrina.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and throw in a scatter.
All right.
So we're going to shuffle the character line cards face down and randomly reorder the characters and leave the last space open.
All right.
So that's what's about to happen here. We're going to see how that exactly plays out. So we take our character cards.
So one of the things that's going to do is force someone to step on the landmine.
Okay. So it could be me. I might be taking myself out here.
There's
Sergey is safe.
Oh,
Ivan, I took the landmine and I am under the target. I'm just going to kill myself out of this
Yep.
game is what it's looking like.
Yep. So that is poor Ivan taking 3 more damage there. So you're down to 1
Life,
damage.
but I'm
Yep.
also the target right now,
Yep,
correct?
now you're also underneath the target.
Oh.
You played your 1 event card for this round.
So I've got to get far away from that mortar if I'm going to stay in the game here. I think I've got a move I want to make for my face down if everybody else knows where they're doing.
All right, I've got my card down.
All right, who starts this round with the face
So
down?
initiative gets passed clockwise, so that would go to Katrina for this round.
All right, so Katrina.
I reveal first.
Yep,
Yep,
you're going to reveal the card.
So
Oh, we can pass. Katrina is going to Tahiti for the weekend. She steps out of the line and cannot be damaged.
There is no Katrina. She's in Tahiti. What's our next one
Somewhere
here?
Very nice. Sounds
Somewhere
fantastic.
warm and
Fruit
happy.
bar. So I'm just gonna. You cannot be moved. Yeah, Sergey is safe in the front, although you might going to take some splash damage there.
Well, I'm not worried about moving anyone else this turn. I'm going to go ahead and play. Did I get this? Yep.
Yeah.
Rank has privileges. Move your comrade to any space. I'm moving my guy as far
All the way
away
to the
from
back.
that mortar as I can possibly go.
All right, Boris is going to the rear, so he's going to jump all the way back, drop you there. Now, there's actually 2 open spaces right now because Katrina's in Tahiti.
So,
So as this goes off, the person underneath the target would take 4. There's no one there. And the people on either side will take 2. So, Sergey, you take 2 for that. All right.
all
And
right. Ivan is alive one more turn.
One more turn for Ivan. And we draw back up to 5. So you'll take 2 cards this turn. I'll take 1.
perfect. So this is a return to the last space. So I move them off.
Yep, Exactly. Beautiful.
When can you equip equipment?
That's one of the cards that you can place face down.
Okay.
And then in your turn you draw that, reveal it, and it becomes equipped at that point.
Understood. So I've got a couple here, but I'm not sure if they'll come in handy. We got to see what our next.
Here comes the next incoming card. The flamethrower. Okay, it's splash damage again. It's going to the open space. It's going to do 2 damage to whoever's underneath it and 1 to either side. This stays in action. It stays basically the flames stay lit for 1 extra turn. So it'll stay kind of in this spot to let us know that whoever's there next turn is also going to take damage.
So I've got to try to find myself a way out of that once again. So now we move to playing the face downs.
Okay. Yes, you may. I've got some terrible cards. All right, Sergey, you've got initiative. All right, as soon as all the blue cards are down, you're free to flip yours up. Sergey begins. Swap.
All right. So
you're swapping.
Swapping. Yeah. So Sergey and Katrina move.
All right.
All right, Ivan. My ability is going to be to retreat. I'm moving 1 away where Boris
away
is.
To the space, yeah. So pushing Boris into the soup. Boris is going to do the same thing back to you, retreating 2. So he's jumping over Ivan first.
Oh, right back in the line of fire there.
Take that.
Ivan's not making it through this round.
Katrina's going to dive. All right. She's diving, but unfortunately this is splash damage, not linear. So this you ignore linear damage. In this case, you are.
So this is our splash damage.
So nobody's underneath the target again. So that would have been 2 damage, but it gives 1 to Ivan and 1 to Katrina.
All right, Ivan was at 1, and I am now dead. Wah, wah, wah.
So Ivan, thank you for coming. We really appreciate your.
Yep, Ivan is out, but that means I'm going to focus on watching this game and filming the rest of it, and we're going to see what happens.
So the Commissar is now encouraging everyone to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more ambitious. Pushes everybody forward, so there's still 1 open space in the line. We come back to 5 cards.
I'm going to move around. We have some other games here and some background noise. We want to make sure that we get as much of this as we can. So I'm going to come right in the middle, actually, and we can see that board there.
The Great Equalizer.
Let's do this.
Nobody has any equipment played. Now, the next round, any of these 3 spaces, too, is going to take 1 damage. All right. Going to go this way. All right. Boris has a plan.
All right, Boris is played.
All right, Boris is going to dodge. What do you got, JJ?
Doors.
All right. All right. So, Katrina, you are up. You get to push any other comrade.
So if I push Sergey forward, I push him to the empty space. Okay. Well, that's not ideal.
Retreat 3. Retreat 3, says Sergey. 1, 2, and then you bump into the Commissar. The Commissar pokes in the kidneys with his pistol and says, that's as far as he goes.
Okay, you're not going any further than the Commissar.
Okay, so the Great Equalizer goes off. Does 3 damage to Katrina. That hurts. Now, the flamethrower is still burning, so all these spots are still on fire. So Boris takes 1 damage. This space will take 1 damage, and Katrina will take 1 more damage.
Oh my
gosh. And that takes Katrina out of the game.
Ow.
Yes.
Outsies. All right.
That's why they call it no.
How is Sergey higher up than we originally were? He's at 7 life. Didn't we start at 6?
Katrina's out. Yes, we did.
Oh, we got a cheater in our midst. He's at 3. And we got 5 over here.
Flamethrowers out. Commissar is pushing us forward again. And we would go to the next card. AJ, you need a card?
I need
2 cards.
All right. While they're making their decisions, I want to just say the other stuff you're hearing real quick is Ethereum here. This is another game that is over here, brought to you by Anvil Games, and it is a really cool one we are going to hopefully be able to stop in and check out later. But let's come right back to our game, Frontline, No Comrades.
All right, the laser is up. Laser's kind of brutal. It does diminishing damage. You can do 4 damage to the first space, 3 damage to the second, and 2 to the third.
And I assume the Commissar takes no damage.
He's got this jacket. I mean, look at that jacket.
Look at that. Nothing's getting through that jacket. All right. So we got initiative over here. Let's see what our play is.
Dodge.
Oh, dodging.
Sergey's going to dodge. Boris doesn't have any really good options, so he's just going to equip some boots. So next time he gets tripped, he's going to be able to ignore that.
So that 4 damage goes to Boris?
So, yeah, 4 damage goes to Boris, knocking him straight down to 1.
All right, this is getting pretty intense. We're 3-1 between Boris and Sergey.
2, all right. Incoming card comes out the grenade. All right, grenade goes to open space. Is going to do 3 damage to that space and 3 to either side, so someone will die.
Someone's dead this turn. There's no getting out of this.
We both could die.
Can you both dodge? Oh, you can't dodge splash, can you?
No, you can't dodge a splash.
Okay.
And the game ends when there's 0 to 1 players left. So it does happen where you can...
So everyone can lose here. Let's see what happens.
What you got? Boris is going to retreat 1. Push Sergey into one of the...
And then Sergey is going to...
Retreat 3.
Retreat 3.
Gets out of the way.
Gets poked by the Commissar. Boris gets blown up. And that's game. Our winner is Sergey and, of course, the Commissar, who's not losing here.
The good news is Sergey makes it to the front. The bad news is Sergey makes it to the front.
So Sergey is making it to the front. He's really not winning either way here. Once again, everyone, I am Sakura with Pop Culture Theory. We're going to take a quick look at this box here. This is Frontline, No Comrades, brought to you guys by Anvil Games. Check it out. This was an awesome game. If you tuned in live, check out the whole video from the start. It was fun. We give a little explanation at the beginning. Once again, I am Sakura with Pop Culture Theory, and I will catch you all next time.